Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Jay Encarnacion, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we are thrilled to have Joseph Harding, the founder and CEO of Insp1re. Joe brings a fascinating mix of expertise in industrial and organizational psychology and military service, with a passion for transforming the fitness and wellness industry through purpose-driven, people-centric solutions. Based in Virginia, Insp1re, launched in January of 2025, is a high-performance wellness platform and mobile app that integrates AI-powered fitness, nutrition, habits, mindset tools, and community features to empower users towards self-mastery and holistic growth. We'll be exploring his founding story, how his business empowers users and partners in the wellness space, and his vision for scaling this impact-driven venture. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Joe, welcome to Founders Future.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, Jay. Thanks.
Absolutely. And an honor and a pleasure again. Thank you so much for your service. Truly looking forward to the conversation today, Joe. So if we can start at the beginning for our listeners here, what specific problem in the wellness and fitness landscape really inspired you to start Insp1re?
Yeah, and I think it might even expand beyond wellness and fitness here I think I noticed just within society as a whole, I think people really in modern day times, a variety of different reasons why, but they're struggling to really find meaning and purpose in life. And I think that creates this mechanism of why do anything? Why take care of myself? Why do any of this stuff? And the secret sauce to me is I've gone through struggles. I've had all sorts of problems, but I've never felt pessimistic about life. I've always felt like I had a direction, a meaning, a purpose, something to point me in a direction. And I've always had a good community around me.
Mm.
And that's also like part and parcel. It's a chicken and egg situation, right? But that's also always driven me to take care of myself. And then that's always allowed me to perform a little bit better. And so I really wanted to create a solution that echoed that sentiment throughout society, really. How can I create something that teaches people, if they take accountability and responsibility for themselves, their physical health, their mental health, that they can go and achieve whatever they truly want to do? So that was the start of it, mixed with some want to maybe recreate. I had a really great gym friend group, and I really wanted to create that and show everybody. I wanted to spread that wealth, so I wanted to create something for the community as well.
I love it. I love it. So with that, I definitely want to get into the nuts and bolts of what you're doing with Insp1re, right? So really want to get into the nitty gritty with you, especially around the core offer, how that offer is structured for your clients and your users, and who is the ideal client that you like to work with for your offers. Three-part question for you there, if you could break that down for us.
Yeah, I live in the Northern Virginia area. I look at the folks around me, right? There's a lot of people flowing in and out of the Washington, D.C. area that are here temporarily, and they are trying to take their career to hyperdrive, right? Like really fast, like how do I accelerate hard chargers? And when you do that, you're working ridiculous hours, you're working all the time, you don't have time to fit in all your own personal care needs. When do I work out? How do I track and make sure I'm eating right? How do I account for mindfulness and meditation from journaling? So I see our competitors in the marketplace, and they're providing one element of all that. And for me too, I'm like, I'm paying for this app, that app, all these different things. Why can't I just have it in one place and have it all connected to each other so that it all feeds into one holistic solution for me? So
Yeah.
that was, yeah.
I love it. So with that, you guys are offering tailored wellness programs, AI coaching. You have certain features that are subscription based. So internally, as far as it goes, is it just the app that you are offering in the business, or do outside coaching, one-on-one coaching, group coaching that you're also offering for Insp1re, or is it really just the app that you're mainly focused on?
At this very moment in time, it is just an app, and it's very self-driven. You set your habits, you set your pathway for what your nutrition, what you want to achieve with nutrition. There's fitness plans in there, personal meditation generator, reflection journal. So it's all in app right now. What I will say, a little preview of hopefully the not so far future,
Yeah,
is integrating personal trainers as a start. So we are doing some discovery on what we need to do to integrate one-to-one personal training services rather than just the fitness programs that we currently offer. And then I do foresee a future where that expands into maybe therapists, other life coaches, things like that.
incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And as you mentioned, such a necessity, especially with nowadays, everything is separate. So for you to be solving that issue, putting everything in one place is definitely a game changer. So incredible to hear that there. What I would love to hear from you, Joe, is your mindset right now as a founder, right? What are you looking at as the scale? Will you be incorporating different aspects of, again, maybe you providing coaching as the app continues to grow and build and you're going to scale that way? Or is it really just going to be continued focusing as much as you can on the app? What's your mindset there?
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
So right now, our model for the most part has been direct to consumer, right? So just selling the app, $20 a month, 200 bucks a year, you get all the features within it.
Yep.
However, we are also getting ready in the next week or two to launch a B2B offering. One thing that is unique about this from some other health and wellness B2B offerings is we have what's called Inspire Circles, a community feature. We have a couple public circles within there. You get a circle for the fitness program if you start a fitness program where you can interact with our fitness director, the one who does all of our programming for that stuff. So you can ask questions and do all that. But then for a B2B offering, we can offer up a private circle and there's a leaderboard, a point system within the app. So you can have some team building, some challenges, that kind of stuff. And then it's a great health and wellness benefit for the organization as well. So that is getting ready to launch. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So with that, then what does the team actually look like with you? Is this something that you've built up on your own, or do you have a team behind you, a sales team, developers, the whole nine? What does that aspect look like as far as the team that's building Inspire?
Yeah, hopefully, if you look at everything online and our presence, it looks like we've got some massive foundation behind us, but no, that is not the case. I spent the first year and a half of this project trying to find software developers. I do not have a technical background.
Yeah.
After going through ridiculous quote after ridiculous quote, I got fed up and I said, part of the inspiration of the app, right, is this, I want to translate this concept of there's nothing you can't do. And so giving people that inspiration to find that in themselves. Last September, I just took on the task of teaching myself and I built the whole app myself. I do have some partners in this, but technical is all me. And then right now we have a small team with some marketing, sales, and other aspects of the business, but we're small.
Incredible. Can I ask what tools did you utilize for it? Was it Cursor and all that? What did you utilize to really get this up and going?
Yeah, so originally all Flutter Flow, low code, no code. And so that was the development tool of choice. And then some other backend tools ship as one for backend integrations with the app. And then over time, it became pretty obvious that all the functionality and cool stuff I wanted to give to people, I couldn't just use Flutter Flow. So at this point in time, I am far from a software developer, but there's a lot of like hard coded things that go through it with just typical app development stuff, tools.
Amazing, amazing. I love that. So with that there, then talk a bit about the acquisition side. What's that been like for you? Obviously, doing all the technical stuff on your own. Now you have a bit of a team around you for the marketing and the sales side. What's working best for you on the acquisition, getting new users coming in, continuing to grow that side of it? Talk us through that a bit.
Yeah, and that is one of probably the precursors to this B2B program. Direct to consumer is rough, especially when you're
Yeah.
building something of a community. We have a few hundred, I think we're approaching 500 users within the app. However, yeah, that growth is slow and there's an accountability, a trust factor. There's a lot of people out there throwing apps at consumers and yeah, sure, everybody rolls their eyes at them because
Right.
there's a lot of people out there looking for a quick buck.
Yeah.
Ours is a core value of Inspire is the ripple effect, right? If we can take somebody, show them how that they can be a better father, a better member of society, a better partner, when we can do that one time, then to me, this whole venture is successful. If I can do that a million times, then we're transforming society. At this point, we're doing as much as we possibly can, but it's hard to build that trust. And so one aspect is to go to the B2B route, try to start getting some more folks engaged with that. And then hopefully that trust and brand recognition will start to really resonate.
I love it. I love it. And is it going to be the same pricing model for the B2B side, or how's that going to look as far as that goes?
Yeah, I think one beautiful aspect of a B2B model is another differentiator from the competition here is I want to work with you. So I don't care if you're a small office, small mom and pop shop of 10 people,
Right.
I'll come up with something for you. The pricing is going to start at the same, but it's all negotiations. I want this in the hands of people. So as long as I can continue to run the business and operate and pay my bills, then I'm sure I can come up with a deal for you.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, I mean, with that being said, are there any bottlenecks that you're thinking about right now that you need to break through in order to continue that growth and scale of Inspire? And if so, talk us through that a bit.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here is because this is still a startup, very fresh on the market, it is not incurring enough revenue to quit my job or to have any of my partners quit their jobs. So I still work a full-time consulting job, which is most of the time more than a 40-hour work week. And that's the biggest bottleneck is it's a real true test of spirit when you're working 16, 18-hour days every day. But if we can break through that barrier, then I think as our premium subscription is called, it's limitless, right? So we can take it anywhere at that point.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So what is the rest of this year? As you mentioned, you're still working a full-time job, handling this on the side. Walk us through the rest of this year. Paint us the picture. What are you laser focused on so you can get out of that 9 to 5, be doing Inspire full time, building and growing this side of your business and career?
Yeah, we're shooting for hopefully at least 2,000 recurring active users within the app by the end of this year. And I would also say the business target's a little ambiguous at the moment, but if I can get another 10 businesses or so, we're in trial with a couple right now. If we can onboard a good 10 businesses, gain some traction that way, and then also introduce some of these other service offerings that we're looking at. One being the personal training services I previously mentioned. The other is gym partnerships. So partnering with maybe not the conglomerates, right? But I don't think Gold's Gym is going to be coming to me for an app partnership anytime soon. But smaller mom and pop CrossFit style, smaller gym communities, if we can engage that, that's good. And then one other aspect too is uh, uniquely, we're going after apartment buildings. So apartment buildings that have their own custom gym.
Yes.
If anybody's worked out in an apartment gym, they know the painstaking, you walk in, you're like, this isn't my normal thing. What do
Mhm.
I do? I don't know this equipment. That doesn't fit my program, all that good stuff. So we're curating custom workouts for apartment buildings local to the Northern Virginia area at the moment, but we're obviously open to working with anybody. And then same concept as B2B, private Inspire circle for the apartment community.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. With that there, how do you see the wellness app industry evolving in the coming years, especially with your psychology backed approach? What are you doing to really take advantage of that evolution and keeping Inspire ahead?
Yeah, this is a phenomenal question and one that probably plagues my brain when I'm trying to go to sleep every single night, right?
Yeah.
There's multiple things. One, the need for something like this, that's not going away. If anything, it's probably increasing because I think some of the technology and the changes coming with that, they're driving a lot of ambiguity and scaring people, right? As if it wasn't hard enough already. Now I'm worrying about losing my job or losing this, the AI, something like that. What do you do about all that? So the need is not going away. It'll still be a good tool to help you find some purpose, find some meaning, find a good community to surround yourself with. AI as a small startup and technology enhancements come in literally magnitudes by the day. That's a blessing and a curse for us. That can help me improve the offering tenfold, but it also allows our competitors in the marketplace to improve their offerings too. There is a lot to keep track of for that from that perspective, and we're doing our best to stay on top of it. We utilize new technology and tools that come to life, optimize our business model, but then also I try not to fall too far behind as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that, I want to take us into the lightning round here, Joe. And my first question for you on this side is going to be on a tool or resource front, whether it's a psychology insight, a wellness strategy, an AI tool. What's been the biggest game changer for Inspire this far?
Uh, Honestly, my brain. Yeah, I don't know if I can identify a better tool. I thought I could go out and share this thing with the world of how to find inspiration and keep yourself motivated even when things are looking bleak. There's nothing like starting a new business that can make your life look very bleak, right? Had I come into this with any other mindset of I don't need to do this or it's optional, we would not be talking today. So I can't give credit to anything other than a strong mindset of never quitting.
I love it. I love it. And then last but certainly not least here, Joe, what is the best piece of advice that you can offer to our listeners tuning in, just your incredible journey? And I know we'll be checking out the Inspire app for sure. What can you leave them with before we wrap up?
There's no rules. That thing that you think you're supposed to do, there's no rules. You don't have to do it that way. Um, just never quit. If you set your mind to something, just don't quit. There's been so many times throughout this journey that I'm completely overwhelmed and I want to cry myself to sleep at night. But as long as I can find that little tidbit of motivation, inspiration, right, I keep going. And it always looks a little bit better at some point. So things always get better. Just don't quit.
I love it. With that right there, that is going to wrap up another inspiring episode of Founders Future. And Joe, just want to thank you so much again for coming on the show, sharing your incredible journey and your insights with us. And as I mentioned, the drive and the passion that you have. I know a lot of our listeners will be checking you out. So I'm so happy that we were able to have you on the show today. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And also check out Inspire at inspire.com, and that is INSP1RE.com for their wellness app and features. And follow Joe on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Joseph Harding MPSIOP. And for more resources and insights, you can visit us here at closers.io, where we are dedicated to helping businesses accelerate their growth. Until then, keep climbing, and we will see you on the next one.